I want to share something with you. I had a very interesting conversation with one of my friends yesterday about why things happens the way things happen. So basically, how can we shift our conditionings, or how can we shift our paradigms? I'm going to give you a little bit of insights of what was the conversation and what has happened, and how did we get to this. So you're pretty much aware of what's going on right now with the world with this COVID-19 virus all around. It making the life very difficult for some others, and making the life a lot better for other people, or for others. So some people lost their businesses, some people lost their jobs, some people are struggling financially, but others thrive more. And we had this conversation: is it possible for a person to take advantage of this situation even though they are not in the right position right now? With other terms, they lost their job, they lost their house, or on the way to lose a lot of their finances and their assets. So I came here very quickly to show you something. How can you shift that kind of conditioning, or how can you shift that or make that happen? So if you don't know me, my name is Marcell Kálmán, and as you can hear it on my accent, I wasn't born in Australia. I'm in Australia right now, but I was born in Hungary. And I came to Australia when I was, 21 year old, 22. Oh my God, 15 years ago. And, and the point is that I was lucky enough to become one of the top 1% of the world in canoeing because of the amazing coaches and athletes I had a pleasure to surround myself with. So basically, from very early age, I got conditioned mentally, emotionally, and physiologically to become the top 1% athlete in the world. So I'm going to show you exactly how is this thing happens and why is it super important. Let me share my screen and sketchbook, I think it is. Okay, this is it. Okay, so when you were a baby, this is your brain look like, right? And this is our subconscious mind. Everything that we put into the subconscious mind, everything that we experienced, got put into the subconscious mind. Absolutely everything. Excuse my drawings, I never used this before. And this is your subconscious mind right here, right? So whatever happens to you as a young child, it just goes into it, and that becomes who you are. So later on in life, you start being aware of yourself, and you form basically your consciousness. That is your conditioning. Your subconscious mind is conditioning. Everything we do that to fulfill our subconscious mind. And this is what people call it a paradigm, or call it conditioning, or a mindset. So when we old enough, then we formed an idea. And that's the idea. This is your subconscious mind here. And this is the idea right here. Right? So, but then by then you have taste, you got an ideas, you can touch, you can think, you can feel, you can see. So all that information that comes in from above, it's going to be filtered through this to meet your subconscious mind, which is right here, right? These are the ideas and make your subconscious mind. So everything that happens in life for us that comes from the outside world gets filtered, meaning we give a meaning to, that it meets our paradigm, meets our subconscious mind, meets the ideas that what we have formed. The ideas basically nothing else, or the paradigm basically nothing else but a habitual or a representation of a habitual behavior. So you can have a look at it. In the morning, for example, some people get up and then they fired up, they feel certain, they feel happy, they feel strong, and then they go and they do their stuff. While other people have to have external stimulations to be able to have the power to get going. Well, the problem with that, if I need to meet somebody before for me to be happy, if I need to be somebody for me to be able to serve others, to contribute to whatever it might be, right? Then I'm dependent. I'm dependent on every other person. I'm dependent on if that's the weather, if it's the weather, if it's the water, I'm the water, if it's the light, it's the light, if it's a workout, it's a workout, if it's a person, it's a person. So whatever we condition to, we're going to have to experience that in the morning before we actually be able to be us. Does it make sense? I really hope so. So have a look. So whatever comes out, this is the result, right, of your paradigm, of your conditioning, right? Belief system that you give right here. So have a look at what kind of habits people have. You get up in the morning, what kind of habits do you have? What kind of conditioning, what kind of ritual you make? And this is your paradigm. This is your conditioning, your emotional, your mental, your physiological conditioning, right? So how can we change that? Well, the easiest way to change it is that change your focus on, change the idea of what you focus on. So for example, if it's positive, remember that everything that comes in, we translate here, right here, we translate it to meet this, meet our subconscious mind, meet our conditionings, right? This is the kind of values we give to life, that it is good or bad, right? So if our paradigm, our conditioning based and it's negative, right, then our thoughts going to be negative. If it's positive, then our thoughts going to be positive, right? So therefore, how can I change my result? Is by changing the focus of what I am focusing on. Well, like you see, outside the world, if you focus outside, there is a lot of news happening at the moment. There is a lot of pandemic happening. There is a lot of, it's from everywhere, from the newspaper, from the radio, from the TV, is just negative things coming out. What to change this, you're going to have to start creating positive internal conversations. Need to start creating, focusing, looking at positive, decide that you're going to create a positive internal habitual ritual, right? Because the only way that you create a different result is by rewriting your subconscious mind. You're conditioning your emotions, your mental state, and your physiology right here, right? So by conditioning that, you're going to get a very different result. Look at these people. Look at people who's got problem with money, right? Wow, very beautiful dollar sign. So here is it. People who's got problem with money, they do have the problem with money because their paradigm, their conditioning delivers that result. And it will deliver that result, that exact result, and there until they decide to change the conditioning of how they relate to money. If the person have a problem with relationships, they will still have relationship problems as long as, until they're going to decide to change the conditioning towards relationships. In the same way, if somebody have a problem with losing weight or getting into shape or making friends, It is the paradigm, which means emotional, mental, physiological conditioning to that exact pattern. Every single thing we do, we have strategies. And this is the strategies we use. We have strategies to make love. We have strategies to hate people. We have strategies to get up in the morning. We have strategies to take care of our physicality, our body. We have strategies to take care of our financials. We have strategies for every single thing on the planet. But some and majority of the people are unaware and let these strategies to run by an outside source. Change that to be able to run it from an inside source to get the required result you want to get, whether it is money, whether it is relationship, or anything else you want to have. I really hope it was helpful for you guys, and yeah, I really hope it helps. Thank you very much if you watched it, and give me a whatever you see, a comment, a thumb up, a love heart, whatever, if that was helpful. And yep, talk to you guys soon. Beautiful.